Hey everyone, it's Kenji. We're going to make some Nasu Dengaku, which is a miso-coated eggplant. You can do this in the broiler, but today I'm going to be doing it on the outdoor grill. So we're going to start off by taking our Japanese eggplants, splitting them in half right down the middle. You can use Chinese eggplants for this as well. It doesn't really work that well with big Italian globe eggplants because they don't soften up quite as nicely. You need this kind of slender shape for it to work. All right, and so to this eggplant, we're now just going to score it. You know, maybe every 1/2 to 3/4 inches. We're not going too deep. Maybe just like about 1/4 inch deep or so. The idea is this is going to help the eggplant cook more evenly so that the heat can penetrate. It's also going to let the sauce penetrate as it cooks. Okay, do that for all these. Okay. And then I'm just going to season these with a little salt and MSG. And that should start to kind of pull out some of the liquid inside. We don't need to purge them a ton. You know, they're going to spend some time on the grill, so they are going to dry out on their own, but it's nice to get it started. All right, so for our sauce, I'm using red miso because that's what I had, but typically I would make this with white miso, although I have seen it even made with something like black miso, you know, so it really depends on how strong you want that flavor. We're going in with about 1/4 cup of miso paste, and to that we're going to add a tablespoon of sake, a tablespoon of mirin, and about 2 teaspoons of sugar. And we'll taste it afterwards and adjust that sugar content as necessary. So we want to kind of mash this into a smooth, homogeneous paste. It's going to end up having sort of a nice, sweet and savory, very umami flavor. It's looking just slightly too thick to me, so I'm going to add just another small splash of, you know, depending on how old or how dry your miso paste is, you kind of have to adjust the texture just a little bit. So I added just another splash of mirin. So we're looking for something like that, you know, it's like almost like the texture of, say, like really smooth hummus, you know, where it kind of slowly flows, but it basically holds its shape. So semi-liquid. Let's taste it for sugar. Just a tiny bit more sugar. All right, and that's that. So you can see the eggplant's already starting to, the salt's starting to dissolve, starting to pull out some of that liquid. We're just gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and see you then, and I think we're ready to head out to the grill. So I'll see you in about 15 minutes or so you can see how much water has come out of that eggplant. That's what we're looking for, and we want to kind of blot it out like this. Okay. And then we're just going to give the eggplant a little coating of oil so that it cooks evenly on the grill. We're going to rub it in both sides. Just like that. All right, and we are ready to go outside and cook. So I will see you outside. I'll see you, sorry. Wait. All right, I will see you outside on this beautiful Seattle day. I got my grill preheated. So I always preheat my grill over high heat, especially if I'm using a gas grill because they tend to be weaker than coal grills. And then that's gonna loosen up, sort of burn away any kind of gunk that's gotten on your grill grates. And I find crumpled up aluminum foil like this is the easiest and best and safest way to clean your grill grates because you don't run the risk that you're gonna lose like one of those metal bristles from a grill brush on there. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my heat to like a sort of medium high here. And we're gonna go first with the eggplants cut side down. And the goal here is that we want the eggplants to like pretty much fully tenderize and soften and turn really nice and creamy, while also sort of picking up some, you know, charred grilled flavor. I know that on my grill, this back portion tends to be hotter than the front portion. So I'm gonna try and keep everything in a single row on the back there. All right, so that first side's going to take probably around 5 to 7 minutes or so. Whenever you're cooking with gas, you want to close the lid to maximize heat retention. I'm going to let that cook for a couple minutes, then I'll rotate it so that we get some nice grill marks. And then after the first side is grilled and tender, I'm going to flip it over and do the second side. So I'll come back. I won't show you that whole process, but I'll come back to you when we're getting close to the end. So I will see you in just about 15 minutes. All right, so now what I've done is, as these eggplants charred, I moved them over to this side of the grill, and then I turned this side of the grill down to low. And what we're looking for is for them to be sort of totally creamy all the way through. You want them to be really nice and soft, and I think we're there. So I'm going to transfer these over to this tray again. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take this miso glaze, and we're just going to spread it over the surface. So this dish, I am doing it all on the grill, but if you wanted to do this indoors, which is a very common way to do it, you can use the broiler and broil the eggplant the same way. You could also fry the eggplant before applying the miso glaze, which is very common. Also, when you fry it, it kind of absorbs a lot of oil and it becomes this really sort of rich and creamy thing, whereas when you grill it, it's a little lighter. But any of those methods work. If you do it indoors, you want to finish it under the broiler so that miso gets a little bit of caramelization and color to it. Okay, so we're going to get this on the eggplant, and then I'm going to take this whole tray. Actually, I haven't tested to see if this even fits in my grill. I think it does. We'll take the whole tray and put it on the cooler side. Yeah, perfectly. All right, so now what's going to happen is we're going to cook essentially with indirect heat. So the left side we're going to turn all the way to high. This side we're going to turn all the way to low. Then we're going to close the lid, and so what's going to happen is the heat's going to come over the top, and it'll essentially act like a little oven. So we'll leave it in there until that miso starts to sort of bubble and char, which should take, 10 minutes or so. But I will see you when that eggplant is done. All right, so I'll see you in 15 more minutes. All right, so you can see we're kind of bubbling away over here. A little caramelized around the edges. Let's get all this eggplant onto a plate, and we'll just garnish it, and we're done. Ooh, hot. All right, so I'm going to finish these off with just a little sesame seeds and some chopped scallions. That's it. See? Simple, delicious. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little taste. You know what? I'm just gonna pick it up and go in. So you can see how nice and kind of creamy that eggplant gets in there. Sweet and savory on the glaze. It's one of my favorite ways to eat eggplant. The other thing you can do, by the way, you can pre-grill or pre-broil the eggplant so that it's ready to go, and then when you want to cook it, all you have to do is brush it with the glaze or spoon it with the glaze, and then reheat it and finish it on the cool side of the grill or under the broiler. So this is a very easy dish to kind of make ahead and have ready to go at a cookout or a dinner party or whatever. Nasu Dengaku, classic Japanese eggplant dish. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, see you later. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Head over to KenjiLópez-Alt.com. There you can find links to join my Patreon. There's various tiers with different perks, but that's where you're gonna find all of my printed recipes. Most of them are for free. You'll also get access to special perks like new product releases, early access to things, live streams, AMAs. At KenjiLópez-Alt.com, you'll also find my shop where you'll find all of my books. You can get them signed and personalized, shipped anywhere in the world, as well as my products and product collaborations. You'll also find live event listings there. I do live events sometimes, and I'd love to see you come by. All right, see you later.